Well, we asked all of you out there to get in touch with your reviews. Simon in Manchester, Katie in Yeovil are with us. What did you reckon, Katie?
Oh, hello. I did enjoy it, but I agree mostly with the problem with David Walliams' casting, to be honest. I thought he was the weakest bit in it, certainly.
Simon?
I'd have to say, yeah, I mean, I was kind of on the edge of my seat, but only waiting to see if I could find an expression on David Walliams' face.
Oh, harsh.
Yeah, no, I thought he had two expressions, actually.
Which two?
You saw one more than me, then.
He narrowed his eyes to try and look a bit thoughtful. That was as far as it went.
I think that was when he was just trying to think. But it just felt to me like they were relying far too heavily on the fact that Walliams had been cast. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think he's all very good as a reality show judge, but as a performer, I mean, it just, if we're comparing him with the likes that have played Poirot in the past, you know, your Ustinovs or whoever has played that role, just nowhere near it. And I think Jessica did a sterling job at basically acting up against a wardrobe.
Yeah, no, I thought she was excellent, and as long as she was there, it was sort of pulling it along. But whenever it was just David Walliams, it really did flatten out.
Who would you have gone for? Sorry, Katie, who would you rather have seen in that role? Is there anybody that comes to mind?
Well, I've recently been rewatching all the ITV Marples, and they had an incredible cast every single time, all these brilliant British character actors. And I just don't think he's got a lot of character coming across when he acts. There's no sort of... It's not that he's not good looking, but there's not much in the way of sort of charm or wit or...
I think he has a lot of heft, but he doesn't really have a lot of guile.
No, he does look completely gormless.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. And I know that's partly his character, but he never seemed to stop being gormless when they started actually getting involved.
Is there nobody in the wide world that will defend David Walliams?
Oh, David.
85058, for goodness sake.
His agent probably would.
Simon, you're looking for a job.
I mean, I think the costumes and the interiors I absolutely adored, and I don't think that's a shallow thing on a Sunday evening. I was enjoying...
Could I possibly pull you up on that? Because the one moment in the programme which I just felt, right, OK, there might be a character called Tuppence in the programme, but that's what they spent on the budget for locations. Because when they were in that train station that was supposedly Paris, and it was just dry ice and cardboard, I just thought, I literally give up.
Yeah, but the wallpapers, I think, definitely made up for it. Those mad patterned 50s wallpapers. Her hats were truly awesome. Her maid's outfit was ridiculous, I have to say.
Yes.
That was ridiculous.
And also, you'd never employ her with those fingernails.
Well, she was a maid who was then employed to take dictation, which was very bizarre.
Was there
those headphones weren't 1950s, but they were hardly Beats for Dre either.
Yeah, but when they appeared in Soho and there was a man playing the saxophone in the street, a sign that said Soho and a sign that said jazz. I noticed it was Soho. That was quite impressive.
Just
and then the further sign that said applause, and then the further one that said laugh, and then another one that said the end.
Simon, what should BBC be doing at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, if not a cosy romp, as described by one of our reviewers?
Well, I think a cosy romp is absolutely fine and you know, fits many a genre, but maybe shouldn't be the bastion of the BBC. I think it's been proved that other channels have been able to throw resources and also time and effort into it. One of the things I felt about Partners in Crime was the fact that it felt very rushed. It felt as if they'd kind of, you know, chamfered off the corners a little bit too much. It didn't feel it had the real sort of depth of kind of the field of view, and it didn't feel like there'd been time, energy and love spent in it. You look at something like Downton, which, you know, yes, is a massive international hit, and that's obviously what brings in the revenue. But every single detail in that is absolutely brilliant. And I just felt like the BBC were desperately trying to fit themselves into that characteristic. And I just think it failed because they were trying too hard. I think in terms of what the BBC does, it does, you know, natural history. It does kind of, you know, it does do drama as well. But I just think it has to think about how it's kind of spending its time and the public's money to try and make these programs. And first and foremost, they have to think about their casting. If they think that one person is going to make a program a success, then they really need to rethink that.
We will have you both back in spades. Magic. Thanks a million for that. Simon in Manchester and Katie near Yeovil.
I'm worried for my job.
I know. So you're not on your own there.